We all know that sugar tastes delicious, but we also know that consumption leads to an addictive cycle, and the more we consume, the more we want. And joining us now to tell us more about our sugar consumption and how to fix it is our wellness expert, Kaylin Pearson. Okay, so this is a two-parter. We started last week,
Yes.
and we talked about there is so much sugar in everything that we, even things that we wouldn't have thought that there were sugar.
Right. And Americans get at least 50% of their calorie intake, their overall calorie daily intake, from sugar. And that's what we talked about last week.
And that is too much. So this week we're kind of talking about how we can slowly process ourselves out of that.
Right.
So is it possible to give up sugar?
Of course it is.
Oh man, I want
and I'm going to tell you
okay.
all of the ways. So it is a huge gift of health to give yourself to get off sugar, because sugar is not a food, and sugar does not contain any of the things that we need that our body requires to have it thrive. So that's the biggest thing. But I will tell you, you can get off sugar in as little as 5 days.
Really?
But you got to want it.
Okay.
The cravings can be intense. 5 days.
Okay, how do we, that's fast. Because I like sugar and you like sugar.
But you got to break the addictive cycle like we talked about last week. Like the more sugar we have, the more sugar we want. And it leaves us, when we have that sugar hit that tastes delicious, it leaves us feeling lethargic, tired, out of energy. So
and then we want
more sugar.
Okay, so what's the first step? What do we have to do? How do we accomplish
the first step? Eating whole foods is your first step. And so today I just brought 5 examples, and this is not the list, but I like these foods.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I have had so many very skeptical clients. It's like the sugar, but I'm addicted to sugar. You know, it's not the coffee, it's not the alcohol, it's sugar.
Yeah.
And so they've been very happy.
So these are the yay foods.
These are the yay foods.
Okay,
and
let's go
of course,
over it.
I brought greens because they're my favorite food on the planet. And of course, I always tell you why. Greens are super detoxifying to the body, and they nourish the body at a very, very high level. And it's because they're full of chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is real energy from the sun.
Okay.
Where sugar is quite the opposite. I mean, it's empty calories, it's dead food, it's not health promoting at all.
Okay.
Second, high fat, high protein, and high fiber foods. And I just brought a few today. This is obviously
Which ones are
not
those?
the list. Coconut oil, avocados,
So coconut
eggs.
oil is good. I was really close to buying coconut oil when I went to the grocery store, and I was like, okay, but I don't know what it is. So I'm glad you brought it in.
Right.
What can I replace with coconut oil?
Coconut oil you can use in stir frying.
Okay.
You can use, I really use coconut oil and olive oil if I'm using an oil.
Those are
Coconut
2
oil
oils.
is a beauty fat, and it's
It
a
helps
very
makes you
different
beautiful?
fat. It does.
Oh, all right.
And the right kind of fats actually will do all kinds of lovely things for your body. They boost your metabolism, just like cold room and sleep. But it's also like, flax meal, chicken, the lean proteins, but the high fat, high vibration, and it's because they fill you up and you feel satisfied.
Okay, so I know what eggs are, I know avocados, but what is in that bag?
Okay, so our next are fermented foods.
Okay.
And these are fermented. Fermented means probiotic, live probiotic.
Okay.
And what that does is it adds beneficial live bacteria, the good bacteria, to your gut.
Okay.
And sour foods can also squash out a sugar craving. And so these are amazing, amazing live foods.
Okay.
And this might be kimchi. This is a sauerkraut.
Okay.
But kimchi, sauerkraut, they, again, beneficial bacteria. So they're wonderful. And these drinks are
good.
Yes.
So we've had to talk about water, so we know water's good.
Yes, staying
Get rid
hydrated.
of the sodas.
And it flushes your system.
But what are in those bags at the
Okay,
end?
so I didn't have any lovely chocolate bars, but cacao. Raw cacao, so I want to say you can give up sugar and have your chocolate too.
That's the one that's so bitter, right?
It is, but you can add, what is a really great treat, I do it all the time. I brought it when we did the summer
little balls?
dip, the ganache.
Okay.
And that is combining these two with a little bit of maple syrup, and you can and a little sea salt. You can make a ganache.
Sweet treat.
It's your sweet treat.
Okay.
And you can also find really high quality cacao bars, and they're still full of live minerals, enzymes. It tastes delicious, and you feel like you're still getting a little sweetness, because I don't think, you know, I like sweetness.
Yeah.
It's just that in the white sugar, it really is the demise of our health.
Okay.
So,
Man.
5 tips to quitting sugar. 5
right
days.
here. All right, we can do it.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to start. Okay, I'm going to start. You start it too. If you need information about it, just go to casa.com and click on the Style tab.